you looking for a souvenir of your stay with the Spauldings?
No, I have my souvenir, thanks. I can't find my divorce papers. I know I left a copy of it here.
You're going ahead with the divorce?
Yeah, it's not even your birthday. Can you believe it?
Where is my brother, Olivia?
I don't know and I don't care.
Yeah, well, the last time I saw you, you were winging your way to parts unknown to meet my brother for a reconciliation. So what happened? Trouble in paradise?
No, more like Paradise Lost. What are you doing? Don't you have a parade to plan or a marching band to hire to celebrate my departure? No? Could you help me find my walking papers, please? You know what? Never mind. Got it. What's the matter? You gonna miss me? You have a change of heart?
Well, it depends. Are you really leaving, or are you just waltzing out of Alan's arms and into Phillips?
You know, what I do now is really none of your business.
Well, you are carrying a Spaulding child, so we're stuck with you.
I'm done with you. And I'm done with Alan, excuse me.
Well, that still leaves the question of who's the proud papa, you know, and since it's way too early for you to have a paternity test. Do you really think Philip's going to want you when he finds out you're carrying his father's baby? Oh, my God, you do, don't you?
You know what? You seem to forget this could also be Philip's baby.
Oh. Yes, well, wishing so doesn't make it so, does it? I mean, well, maybe Philip will get on his white horse and rescue you from his father, but, you know, it'll all come down to the same thing. That baby's going to be a constant reminder of Alan and the fact that you were betting the father and the son at the same time. And then, of course, there's always Alan.
Is there?
Oh, yes, yes. And if there's a 50-50 chance that this child is his, he is not going to stand back and do absolutely nothing while you ride off into the sunset with his son.
Want to bet? Sick of you. Looking at me like I'm some gold digger who's going to use this kid to make a score. You couldn't be more wrong.
Really? Well, please don't stand there and tell me you have a maternal instinct in your body.
Don't you dare stand there and pretend that you even care about this child. I'm going to be the mother to the next Spaulding heir, and that's really what ticks you off, isn't it?
Well, I'm sorry. I can't help but wonder if the surname were anything but Spaulding, would you go ahead and have this potential bundle of joy?
You know, you say the Spaulding name like it's royalty.
In a manner of speaking, it is.
And what's your legacy, Alexandra? What's your dynasty? Blackmailing and backstabbing instead of trusting and loving? You'll have lockboxes where your heart should be.
Oh, sure. Everyone except Philip.
You know, ever since you got back to town, you've been going on and on about how great the Spauldings are and how you're going to make them even greater. It's all been a bust for you, hasn't it?
Because of you.
No, because of you. If you had just told me the truth about Alan's heart attack, everything would have been different. But that would have interfered with your takeover of Spaulding, wouldn't it? But if you had told me the truth, Alan and I would never have been married, and now Alan wouldn't be...
Alan wouldn't what?
We wouldn't be getting divorced because we wouldn't have gotten married. You're going to have to take responsibility for the ruination of this family.
No, you're the one that's bringing this family down. You're turning us into these slight little talk show thing, this 1-800 Who's the Father?
You know, you're just amazing. Even now, after all of this, you care more about how things look than how people feel. You're going to have to excuse me. I need to get on the phone and add a codicil to my divorce settlement. A restraining order keeping you away from my child once he's born.
Well, you go right ahead and take your time with your phone call, will you please? Because when I get back, I would love nothing more and enjoy nothing more than to have you thrown out.
Olivia. Hi.
Hi.
What are you... I thought that...
I was just cleaning up some details. What are you doing here? What happened to boarding school?
School holiday?
Oh, God, the joys of private school education. You know, when I was in school... It's a long time ago. So your dad brought you back?
Wow. It only took you 4 sentences to get to my dad. No. Sorry, he's got business in New York.
Okay. I guess our talk will have to wait.
You know, he didn't mention you once. And he didn't seem in any hurry to get back here.
Lizzie, I'm sorry. I know I'm part of the reason you went off to school and all the chaos in this house and...
Oh, please. Don't get all melodramatic on me. I'm fine. I gotta go, though. See you.
Well, Olivia, what are you doing here?
I'm leaving, and I'm not taking anything that doesn't belong to me.
I didn't say that you were.
You didn't. I'm sorry. If you're looking for Lizzie, she just got in.
Yes, I know. I brought her home.
I thought that Philip went to pick her up.
Philip and I went to pick her up. Yes, actually, it was a nice family outing.
I'm sure Lizzie was surprised to get both of her parents instead of one.
So Philip told you that he was headed to Connecticut.
I was there when I got the call. I think it's great that the two of you get along so well, especially for Lizzie's sake.
We both know what's really important.
Yeah, well, good. I'm sorry he had to tear himself away to go to New York.
Yes, he hated to do it. For a few days there, it was just like we were back in Arizona. It was as if we were the only 3 people in the world. And it was good for Lizzie to see us like that after the year that she's been through.
You worried about Lizzie?
Well, she's cranky one minute, she wants a big bear hug the next. She's a teenager.
Is she in some kind of trouble?
I always worry about her. That's part of the job. But I guess I must be boring you with all this talk about children.
No, you're not. I care about Lizzie.
Of course you would. She's very close to Philip, and Philip would never do anything to disappoint her.
I'm sure he wouldn't, but I actually just care about Lizzie. And I agree, Philip is a good father.
Well, he has all the motivation in the world, doesn't he? He doesn't want to be like Alan. Don't get me wrong, Alan has changed a lot. He's been great with his grandchildren, but Philip is a natural father. I don't know how to explain it quite. He was very restless, but the moment he held Lizzie in his arms, it was as if he found peace, like he found his place in the world. I guess it was like that for both of us. And this trip reminded us of that. We have a very special connection.
I can see that. Listen, I've got to go, but thank you.
Thank you.
Just for some much-needed perspective, Beth. Thank you.
I'll tell Philip you called.